This is my original creepypasta. Please, do not steal. This story happened to me a while ago. Several years, in fact. I was going to the GameStop to purchase a copy of Sonic Mega Collection because I was a big fan of the classic games and wanted to play them again. I went to the man at the counter and asked if they had the game. He told me to check where all the other GameCube games were, so I did. And there, I found a copy of Sonic Mega Collection for the GameCube. It was exactly what I was looking for. I paid the man at the counter, and then I walked out of the store. Outside of the store, there was a large cardboard box, and on the side, crudely written in permanent marker, was the word free. I thought to myself, who'd give up a chance at some free stuff? So I quickly picked up the box, I put it in my car and drove home. When I got home, I decided to look in the box. In the box, there was another box, but it was heavily taped. In the remaining space in the large box, there were 7 potatoes. I didn't really understand why there were potatoes in the box, but I decided not to question it. I decided to go look for something sharp to open the box with, but after not finding anything, I returned to the box to try to open it myself. I couldn't get it open myself. I looked inside the large box, and one of the 7 potatoes was rotted. So I decided to go to the hardware store to get a box opener. I asked the man at the counter if he sold things that could open boxes, and he said yeah. He handed me one and gave me a price. He told me that there was a special deal, that if I got the box opener, I'd also get a free box to open it with. So, I gladly accepted and took my new box and box opener home. I went back over to the big box, and 2 of the potatoes were now rotted. I didn't really notice it though, so I took my new box opener, and I opened the smaller box that was inside the large box. It took me about 30 seconds, and what I found in the small box was surprising. It was a DVD case, but it didn't have any cover. I opened up the case. Inside was a DVD of Ice Age 2. I thought to myself, well, maybe someone just forgot where they put the case and they needed a replacement one. But I wanted to see if anything was off about the DVD. So I put it into my DVD player. I watched about 14 minutes and I realized that it was just a normal copy of Ice Age 2. So I went back down to the boxes, and I looked inside the large box to see if I missed anything. 4 of the 7 potatoes were rotted, exactly 1 more than previous. But that didn't faze me for too long, because I realized that the hardware man gave me another box to open. So I used the box opener to open that box too. And outside that box, there was a small slip of paper. I looked at the paper. It said, written on it, "Next time you make a purchase of screws or nails, you get 10% off." I realized that it was a coupon for the hardware store. But when I flipped over the coupon on the back, it had words written on it in hyper-realistic permanent marker. Those words were Sonic Boom. I had just bought a Sonic game, so I thought that was strange. Sonic Boom. I've never heard of that Sonic game. So, I went to my brother Jeff, and I asked him, "Do you know anything about Sonic Boom?" And he told me to fuck off. So, I went to the computer and got on the internet and went to yahoo.com, and I asked the Yahoo about Sonic Boom. Yahoo told me that Sonic Boom was the theme song of a game called Sonic CD. I had never played Sonic CD, but I had heard of it. So, I realized that the whole reason I first went out that day was to buy a copy of Sonic Mega Collection. And when I remembered I had a copy of Sonic Mega Collection to play, I was really, really excited to play it. I went back downstairs and I went next to the box where the Sonic Mega Collection game was. I looked in the box. 5 of 7 potatoes were rotted. But I was so excited I didn't even notice. So then I ran to my room with the Sonic Mega Collection game and I put it into my GameCube. The Sonic Mega Collection game started up and there was a menu. It had a list of Sonic titles. There was Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Sonic the Hedgehog 3, Sonic and Knuckles, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, Sonic 2 and Knuckles, as well as some other games. I played those games for a while, but then I realized that there were extras on the disc. So I went to the extras menu, and I selected the first option. Some music I've never heard started playing. Strange. But about after 10 seconds I realized what the song was. It was Sonic Boom. After that, the title screen of Sonic CD appeared. I didn't understand why this had happened because the disc didn't say that it had Sonic CD on it. But I pressed start, and then I realized it was just a picture of the title screen, and it went back to the menu after I pressed start. So, after my fun with Sonic Mega Collection, I had remembered that the potatoes were slowly rotting, and it suddenly began to concern me. So I went back to where the potatoes were. I cleaned up all the boxes, and I took the box with the potatoes, and I looked at it. 6 of 7 potatoes were rotted. So, I took it to my room, and then I realized how tired I was, so I went to sleep. But then I woke up, and what I found startled me. The box with the potatoes in it was in my room. I looked in the box, and all 8 potatoes were rotted. This made me sick to my stomach. I went to go to the bathroom to vomit, but as I opened the door, a strange sound started coming out of the toilet, and out came a human hand. And I heard a voice. The voice said, "I know what you did, Nathan." And then I told the hand, "I don't know anyone named Nathan." The hand said, "Oh, sorry, the wrong house."